But you, sir, as a leader of Jamaica, I'm ashamed of. You have been the worst Prime Minister that Jamaica has ever seen. Your corruption and keeping things in the family with your wife is absolutely disgusting. What qualifications do you truly have and your wife has?
So Stamp one go on. So people, this morning we come back with something nice. Well, this not nice. So the lady here from over London, over British, she have some serious something to say to Andrew. She has say a bag of things to Andrew Holness, and she stay over London, and she knows that Andrew Holness, I tell the Jamaican people a bag of lie, and Andrew Holness I do some illegal things to the Jamaican people. So right now, people, she has sent a serious warning to Andrew, and also she enlightened the people of Jamaica to wake up to certain things, because she said that Andrew Holness weren't given the human child vax, and he was in fact given the real one. And of course, she's saying that everything that Andrew Holness is doing is very much illegal to the Jamaican people. She a cuss about a bag of things, people. She a talk about the mask. She a talk about who fine $200,000 for not wearing a mask. She a talk about the house where Andrew Holness refused to live in. She a talk about Tivoli Gardens. She a talk about a bag of things up. So she a talk about everything where Andrew Holness a pass down give family member them. And also she a talk about Andrew Holness' wife, where Andrew Holness push everything in a people. Boy, you know have to listen to that one, because people, that lady up, me don't know how she stay in London and know them something here. I don't know. But she said Jamaica is her second home. And of course she said, if you Google the worst Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness are going to come up. So right now, people, this lady have a serious vendetta for Andrew. Anyway, people, I'm not going to talk too much, because I don't want to check out this and make it get boring. So here, if you don't like the video, you give me a thumbs up. And people, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So when I come back with more stuff like this, you not going to miss it. And people, you know, say, we up on Instagram, as Sus Jam, we up on Facebook, as Sus Jam. Anyway, you put in the Sus Jam, you go see it, you know, say we unique and we alone name. So anyway, people, you know, enjoy the day, and you go and listen to the lady, and you can form your own opinions.
This is a message for Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Firstly, I think that you need to understand that the lies that you are writing on your website would make you liable under the law, because you are stating that these vaccines are safe for pregnant women and children, and you are not disclosing to the Jamaican people that this is a human trial until May 2023. On top of that, you are actually illegally locking down the residents of your beautiful little island, Jamaica. When you're locking them down, you're doing so to vaccinate and to cover up deaths and vaccine injuries, because you do not have a VAERS reporting system. I realise that if you had a VAERS reporting system, you would have to admit that this is a human trial, and you know most of the people on the island of Jamaica would never take it. Another concern of mine, I can't even call you sir, because you don't behave like a gentleman. But one of my main issues is the fact that you call them vaccine blitz centres. If Boris Johnson ever called them that, the UK people would uprise, because the Blitz is the Second World War. And if you actually look at the definition of the word Blitz, it is a tactical, invasive movement from government on the people. I urge you to all look at the definition for the word Blitz. I love the island of Jamaica, and so many people are dying from being vaccinated illegally on your island, sir. I think you need to realise that nobody can be forcefully mandated with a vaccine unless the vaccine is approved, and it is not approved. It is approved under an emergency law by Bill Gates, Fauci, the idiots that they are, Biden, Boris Johnson. But you, sir, as a leader of Jamaica, I'm ashamed of. You have been the worst Prime Minister that Jamaica has ever seen. Your corruption and keeping things in the family with your wife is absolutely disgusting. What qualifications do you truly have and your wife has to fulfill all these positions that you love to pass on to family members? I've heard of keeping it in the family, but this is ridiculous. You as a government will be tried for genocide of the Jamaican people. You as a government will go to prison for a long, long time for misleading the Jamaican people. Masks are not mandatory in the rest of the world anymore, sir, because masks don't work. However, you are charging citizens $250,000 Jamaican dollars as a fine for non-wearing of a mask. Or if your corrupt police force decide to, they'll just cut off dreadlocks of passengers that have been CS gassed and can't breathe and then arrested for non-wearing of a mask. You, sir, are a joke. A joke. All of you. Every parliamentary leader in Jamaica is a joke. You are all on your own agenda, even the PMP. Both of you should be ashamed of yourselves for pushing a vaccine that is not yet approved and for blatantly lying on your website to the Jamaican people. Stop telling lies on Cool FM and all the radio stations. Stop saying that this vaccine is safe and tested, because it is not safe, it is not tested, and it is not a vaccine, it is a bioweapon. And it is filled with so many toxins, but you already know that, sir. The agenda you're fulfilling for the external people. Be very careful, Andrew Holness. Because when Jamaican people find out you've been lying to them and literally doing so many unlawful actions, you're going to be in very serious trouble. I cannot wait for the day until they're all awake. Maybe they can visit you in your big house in Beverly Hills. You know, the house that you live in, your residence. You're the only Prime Minister that is so disrespectful not to live in the house that the people gave you. It would be like Boris Johnson saying, I'm not living at 10 Downing Street, it's not good enough for me. You, sir, are a joke. A major joke as a Prime Minister. In fact, if you Google who is the worst Prime Minister of Jamaica, your name comes up, sir. The one thing I know is that you do not like black people. That is the one thing that I truly know about you, Andrew Holness. You're a coconut. You're acting for the white man to destroy the black race. And we are all clued up to it. And I, for one, will not allow you to kill people on the island of Jamaica. Because I love Jamaica. It's actually my second home. And I've spent many years there watching the corruption that you have encouraged as a Prime Minister. Oh, I could tell some stories about your police force. I mean, right now, it's not about that. It's about you starving your people in Jamaica until they're so hungry that then you'll pay them to take a vaccine, which will kill them or disable them For those that have had the real vaccine, I mean, not the placebo, because this is a human trial, and so therefore certain people will be given the placebo. Just like you. You weren't given the real one, so stop lying to your people, Andrew Holness. Because the Jamaican people will not be forgiving of you. And we will not allow you to do another Tivoli Gardens massacre like Bruce Golding and Siaga encouraged. And we can see that that's the way you're going with the kind of military weapons that are arriving on the island. Be very careful, Andrew Holness, because everything you're writing on your website and you are advertising on the radio is false information. It's not good. I urge you to step down and leave the children alone, because the children are where we draw the line. Andrew Holness, stop calling them blitz centres, because that shows that you have an act of war declared on the Jamaican people. And from when you declare an act of war on the Jamaican people, they have every right to defend themselves. Remember me tell you that.